Hey YouTube, what's up? This is Ben from ShouldIGetIt.com. This is the 2021 Lexus RX450 Hybrid, and this is an F Sport model, as you can see by the badging here on the side. This is such a beautiful looking car, and I did not expect such a color from Lexus, but I really like this blue and black color combo going on here. This color is actually called Grecian Water, and as you can see, it is gorgeous. I took a couple pictures of this because I could not resist doing a full photo shoot more than I needed, and I also wrote an article about it for autowise.com. So if you want to read more of my thoughts, check that out. I think this is a great SUV for my mom, so I actually want to walk you guys around it, make this video specifically for her to tell her what I think she would really like about it. Of course, it looks great, but we're going to get into the interior, the space, and then of course how it drives. As you can see up front, this is the F Sport model. It looks pretty aggressive. It has that very Lexus-esque grille that all the Lexus models have now. I would actually put a front license plate on it. I really don't like this license plate holder here, but what are you gonna do about that? You can take this off, but we're in California, so they gave it to me with a front plate mount. You can see that it has the blue kind of halo around the Lexus logo here, showing that it is a hybrid. And then we have the full LED headlights and fog lights as well. It's a beautiful looking car. We basically have black, blue, and chrome. So we have chrome around the windows, we have chrome right here, and then chrome on the roof rails as well. If we take a quick peek inside, you'll see that the seats are gorgeous. They have blue stitching in them along with white two-tone along the sides, and they look fantastic. They are very comfortable, but a little bit too bolstered actually for longer road trips. I've driven this car about 300 miles now, and it's a little bit tight up top, so if you want the ultimate comfort, I'd actually not recommend the F Sport model. But as you can see, the interior looks beautiful. We'll talk more about this touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto in a second. We have a nice sunroof here. It's not a panoramic roof, but it is pretty decent. In the back, we have seats right here that of course fold. So if we wanted a large trunk area, we could just grab this latch right here. These seats fold. And then what's also nice is that the seats can move back and forth. So if you want more trunk space, you can slide this forward. If you want less space, you can slide them back, or more legroom, whatever you want to prefer. And also these seats actually recline. So if you have someone in the back that wants to take a nap, you can actually move these seats back and forth, and they recline just by pulling that handle and pushing it back there. So you can see they actually recline a pretty good bit. This is the reclined mode right here, and that is regular. So if you have passengers that you're kind of chauffeuring around, or kids on a long trip, or if you want to make the kids drive if they're 16 and you want to go for a nice nap in the back, it's actually a pretty good place to do so. You have two USB ports back here, air conditioning, pockets in the seats, and then you also have some door pockets there. And of course, just while we're back here, I'll show you, has this soft open cup holder and armrest here for the passengers in the rear, and no transmission tunnel. It's an SUV, so you actually have decent legroom back here. If I take a seat, which I might as well show you, you'll see that I'm leaned back pretty far. Those seats are adjusted in the back. I have plenty of knee room, and there's some cutouts in the seats. It's actually a good amount of space. You can see it's a beautiful looking steering wheel with the F Sport package. So let's talk about the trunk space, and we will get into driving it. To open the trunk, we have a power lift gate. Just tap the button there, or hold the button on the remote here. You can see that I have a little bit of an organized, chaotic mess going on in here, but we have a carry-on sized bag. We have a couple of tripods, some lighting gear, some more accessories here. Fits decently well. We have some Mark Levinson speakers in the back. The sound system in this car is great. The trunk is actually not all that big. I was expecting a little bit of a bigger trunk in here. You could fit maybe 2 large suitcases, but because of the slope of this, you don't get the largest trunk. If you scoot the seats forward, it is a little bit bigger, and of course you can fold them flat if you're moving something really big. And we can also, put up this little hiding piece, and so that way we can hide all of our goods in the trunk. If we're parked in a city like San Francisco, where there's a lot of car break-ins, or wherever you might live, comment down below where you are. Now we can hide what's in the trunk. So let's get in and drive it. And the first thing I do every time I get into one of the newer Lexus cars, or any car really, is I plug in my phone. So we're going to plug in my iPhone here. I'm going to put it into this phone holder right there, and then I'm going to start the car. And the car is on. Like, I could put it in drive and we can go. It is in electric mode right now, and I also have it in eco. So we do have 3 drive modes. Mom, you're going to be driving the car in eco mode most of the time. It's nice, it stays in eco. You don't have to start it in a new mode every time. And then if we wanted to go to CarPlay, we just hit menu and Apple CarPlay, and there we are. So I'm going to do a quick U-turn here. You can see that it's very nice and nimble. You can turn it with just one hand, very easy to steer. And as we change the various modes, the steering actually changes a little bit, and so does the suspension. So as we go down here, we're going to get onto the main road, so we can talk about lane keeping assist and all that. But it is just such an easy car to drive with one hand. So again, one finger, doing a little turn right here, and I'll put it into sport mode by twisting this dial to the right. You'll see the gauges change, and then we can just get on it, and it actually spins a little bit of tire. You can see the traction control light came on there. It holds the same revs for a while, but there is 60. So the car is not slow. I've never felt that it needs more power, but it does rev kind of strangely. It's got this electronic CVT sort of transmission, but to be honest, I haven't been driving it hard. I actually like driving comfortable SUVs kind of in comfort mode, nice and loose and relaxed. This one's getting 25.7 miles to the gallon with the way I'm driving it. You can definitely get 30 miles to the gallon. I got up to 28, and I've been driving it just in a various mix of the modes, but mostly in eco actually, and that's because when you turn on radar cruise control, it does lane lock, so it will do lane keeping assist and keep you in the center of the lane. You'll see as we come up towards this red light, the car's actually going to slow down for me, and the self-driving is really good. So I did a whole video talking about the pleasant secrets and surprises of this car, and the lane keeping assist does really well. So Mom, I think you'll like that. In bumper to bumper traffic, the car will do a lot of the driving for you. It's not full self-driving, but it will do most of the driving for you. And then my favorite feature in this car, which I have not seen in any other car, is automatic seat climate controls. So whatever you set the AC to, it will actually go onto the cooled seats or the heated seats for you automatically. And you also have brake hold, which I talked about in the other video, but it's a very nice interior to be in. So we talked about how it looks, and I think it looks great, especially in this blue with the black color combo and the F Sport package. These seats look great, but if you want comfort, I would go for the non-F Sport actually. So I would recommend going for the regular 350 or 450. Then in terms of how it drives really well. I mean, it's got enough power that I never am fiending for more. I always feel like it's there. I mean, watch, I'm in eco mode right now. If I wanted to take over, I just put my foot down, and you can see even in eco, plenty of power. More than enough. My mom's definitely not going to need more than this. No offense, Mom, but like 308 horsepower in an SUV is totally fine. It doesn't feel heavy, even though this does weigh, you know, a pretty good amount of weight. I'll put the exact weight right here. I don't even know about the weight because I didn't care. It doesn't feel heavy, and that's what I care about. I care for my cars to feel light, very nimble and easy to drive. And it has everything you need in terms of creature comfort. So all your buttons are laid out right here. You also do have this large display with Apple CarPlay. So if I slide to the side, you'll see that we have the map right there. We have our navigation settings, and then we also have our shortcuts here. So this can be for whatever music player, podcast, Spotify that you're using there. And the screen is really large. The one thing with the screen, I'm 5'8". It is a little bit far for me to reach. You can see I'm stretched out all the way here. And if you're a little bit shorter, you might actually end up using this trackpad, which is pretty responsive. I don't like it though. It's kind of klutzy to use. And so I actually prefer to just move up, stretch, and hit whatever app I want to use there. Now we also do have various settings in the heads-up display. I don't know if you're able to see that, but I'll overlay a little clip. So the heads-up display is nice. If you want to turn it off, if you don't like it, you can just tap this button right here. It's very easy to turn on and off. And also we have various adjustments for it, which we can do on the left side display. Now in terms of layout, I kind of wish that this directional pad was on the left side, because the screen is on the left, but the controls are on the right, so it is diagonal. I wish that it was corresponding, because you can't, of course, change the temperature gauge and the fuel gauge. That doesn't do anything. But to change the screen here, you have to use the directional buttons right there. So if I want to go into the lane keeping assist, if I turn that on, you'll see that the display goes right there. I can adjust my speed, and that all changes here on the left side. Welp, my GoPro died right as I was still talking about the car. And what I wanted to say was that if you're looking for a comfortable ride with the keyword being plush in an SUV, you should put the RX towards the top of your list for cars to test drive and check out. I think it is a great car for people who are not car enthusiasts, who want something very comfortable, very practical, very fuel efficient. Can you get a faster car or a car with more space for the money? Yes. Can you get a car that's smoother, quieter, and easier to drive? I don't think so. So I highly recommend you check out the RX. Do you need the 350 or the 450h? Depends on how much money you want to spend. I say it's worth getting the hybrid, but if you want more of my thoughts, read the article. It's linked down below, or feel free to leave a comment and I'll be happy to answer your questions. Thanks for watching. Peace.